revised section A some time back. So if you have not revised section A for the same paper, you can go and revise, then you come and pick it up from here. So let's start. There are 3 questions in this section. Answer 2 questions only. Question 1 is compulsory. Choose one from the other 2 questions. So let's start with a compulsory question. And this question is always on systems development lifecycle or systems analysis. Question 1. A large company planned to replace its current computer system with a new one. The system has been developed. State the role of the following personnel. You've got the systems analyst. So what is the role of the systems analyst? This one, he acts like a project manager. So he manages. So one of the function or the role of this one is to manage the entire project. Is responsible. Is one that conducts feasibility study. It's also correct. Conducts feasibility study. The role of the database administrator. Okay, this one is the one who's responsible for creating databases. Is also responsible for defining users. Or also defines roles on the same database. It gives privileges to users. And it's responsible for updating, making backups, backs up the database, backs up the database. Part B. Complete the following table by indicating the stage at which the task is done. So we've got the tasks here and then the stage there. So at which stage is a questionnaire issued? So this one is done under feasibility study. Feasibility stage or analysis. Why are we putting 2? In some other textbooks, feasibility is done under analysis. Okay. At which stage training needs described? Those things are done under implementation. Where validation and verification techniques are carried out, they are done under design stage. State 2 items that could be included in the feasibility report. So this report contains things like the cost-benefit analysis, cost-benefit analysis. Okay, the benefits of the new system are added there, the costs, the budget, the objectives of the proposed system, added there. So give one step that takes place during the testing stage of the developed system. So there's what is called test planning. Then we have what is called test reporting, where we give reports of the test carried out. Then explain the importance of adaptive maintenance to the new system. This is the type of maintenance that is carried out to ensure that it meets the changes in the environment or new demands. Take an example. If, let's say, you're using a currency and then decide to rebase it, the ATM may not accept the new rebased currency. So there are new demands or new changes in the environment. So we have to modify the system so that it can accept the new changes. Okay. So this one, the purpose is to meet the changes in the environment, meet the new objectives. But 2A, state the purpose of the following in SQL. Data manipulation language. Okay, these are used to change the records in the system. Okay, these are commands, SQL commands used to affect records. So examples of commands under data manipulation language include the insert, update, and delete. The data definition language, these are SQL command, or it's an SQL command that is used to define the structure. Command used to define the structure of a database, the structure of a database. What are these commands? You can talk about it. The create command, you have the alter command, you have the drop, and so on. Explain the meaning of the term relational database. This one's a type of database. A database that has many tables that are linked together. So the tables that are related, that's why it's called a relational database. The other type of database is what is called flat file database. In this one, you only have one table. Write SQL commands to accomplish the following. Create a database called ECZ 2023. So you start with the data definition command called create. So you can say create. SQL is not case sensitive, so you can write in uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Create, then you specify the structure that you are creating. We are creating a database. So we say create database, and then we give it a name. What is the name of the database? It is called ECZ 2023 and semicolon. So like this, you create the structure called the database and then the database name. So in terms of mark allocation, this one, create database is 1 mark, and then the database name 1 mark. So for these 2 marks. Create a table called candidates with the following structure: the field name, and then we've got the data type here. So to create a table, we use the create command. You can say create just like in the first case there. Create, and then we specify the structure. We're not creating a database, but we are creating a table. So we say create table, and then we specify the name of the table. It's called the candidates here. This is the name of the table, so we're going to call it candidates. Okay, then we open the bracket, and then we can list the item. So we've got name. So what is the data type for this one? It is text. Okay, then we have what is called the salary. What is the data type? This one, it's currency. Then can close, and like that. So part 3, delete all records from candidate table. So we use this command, delete, then from, then we specify the table is called the candidate, semicolon. So this one is going to delete all the records from this table called candidates. Then explain the meaning of the term hyperlink. Okay, so this one, it is a clickable. It is a clickable text. It can also be an image or even a video, image or video button that directs a user to another web page, that directs a user to another web page. So when you click on a hyperlink, it takes you to another. Now, name the 2 types of lists in HTML. We've got ordered list, where items are ordered list, like 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, those are ordered lists. And then we've got what is called an ordered list. These are bullets. Okay. Write the HTML code that could produce the following outputs. So we've got this button. So the code that can produce this, we have input type equal to submit. You can even say name or value equal to submit. Okay, let's have a value here. It's okay, we can even close like this because it's more to say this. Or we can use this one. We can just say button like that. Then we write submit. Then close button. This is also correct. So the HTML code to produce this kind of work is this. So we just write first name, then we say input type equal to text, just this. Even if we don't specify the name, the ID in here, this one is going to give us this text box. Write the output that will be produced when the HTML code below is read by a browser. So when this one is executed by the browser, what do we see? We see things like a radio button here, radio type. This is the way to come out, input type radio, then the name there, the value male. So we'll see male. When we see another radio button here and female. So this is the output. 1 mark for this, 1 mark, and then this is also 1 mark. We've come to the end of our revision today. If you enjoyed this revision, you can drop me a comment and let me know. Or if you have a certain paper that you'd like us to revise together, which we have not revised, please let me know so that we can target that exam paper. I wish you best of luck as you prepare for your final exam. Shalom.